Hey there guys, my name is Sarah and today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of us use every single day, and that is the hairdryer. So actually, back when I was in the States, I preferred to just let my hair dry on its own. I just didn't really like using a hairdryer, but I discovered that when I moved to Asia, so I lived in Korea and China, a lot of people are really insistent on using a hairdryer. They think it's kind of weird that I didn't want to use one. So yeah, I guess it's like, I don't know, maybe part of the culture here that, especially if it's cold outside, you don't want to go out with wet hair. I'm not exactly sure. But actually, when you think about it, most of the history of humanity has existed without hairdryers. So it's something that we don't really put a lot of thought into, but actually it's very much a part of our modern life. So in this video, we're going to talk about how and when the hairdryer became such a staple item in our own homes. All right, let's get started. First paragraph. Hairdryers, also known as blow dryers, are devices that blow air to make hair dry faster. Many people use hairdryers to shape and style their hair. It should be pretty easy, right? So this word right here, device, it basically just refers to any kind of electronic machine. Usually it's talking about something that's a little bit smaller. So a cell phone could be considered to be a device. A laptop computer in some cases could be called a device, and also a hairdryer, which is also, an electric machine, can also be called a device. And these devices are used to shape and style people's hair. So when you shape your hair, you kind of make it into the shape that you want. We're just literally taking a noun and turning it into a verb. Same thing here, we're taking our hair and making it into the style that we want. So style can both be used as a noun and a verb. Next paragraph. The world's first hairdryer was invented by French hairstylist Alexandre Godefroy in 1890. It was made specifically to be used at Godefroy's salon. Unlike the modern hairdryer, it was neither handheld nor portable. Godefroy's hairdryer resembled large machines commonly seen in today's hair salons. The person using the hairdryer had to sit and wear a bonnet that was connected to a gas stove chimney pipe. Very interesting. I did not know this. So the hairdryer was invented or created for the first time by a French hairstylist. So you can guess probably just by looking at this word that a hairstylist is someone who styles hair. So like a 미용사, I think that would be in Korean, but specifically to do with hair. And the hairdryer was made specifically to be used at Godefroy's salon. So when something is made specifically to do something, it means that it's made only for that purpose and nothing else. So Godefroy, he invented the hairdryer, but he only made it to be used at his own salon. He did not know or imagine that it would become such a popular item all around the world. However, the hairdryer that was in Godefroy's salon, it's not like the ones that we use today, where you can just plug it into the wall and kind of do this with your hair. That's not exactly how it worked. Basically, it was kind of like just a regular stove with a tube that connected to a bonnet or a hat, kind of like a shower cap type situation. And it would use the heat from the oven to dry your hair just like that. I don't know, this sounds kind of dangerous to me. It sounds like that would be really, 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 really hot, and it would possibly burn your scalp. Maybe it's more difficult to control the temperature. I don't know. But basically, the hairdryer resembled the large machines that we can commonly see in today's hair salons. So if you think about a hair salon in your head, a lot of times you can kind of see people, they've got the little smock or the piece of fabric covering their shoulders, they got some curlers in their hair, and then there's a big machine on top of their head. It kind of looks like it's from outer space, and usually that is actually a commercial hairdryer or a professional grade hairdryer. So instead of just drying one part of your hair at once using the handheld machine, you can use kind of like a plastic hat that dries all of your hair at the same time. Pretty easy, right? So one more thing that I want to mention before we move on to the next paragraph is this structure right here. Unlike the modern hairdryer, this hairdryer invented by this Frenchman was neither handheld nor portable. So neither blank nor blank is a very commonly used structure in English. So if you want to say that something it's not black and it's also not red, you can say that it is neither black nor red. However, I noticed actually a lot of English native speakers make this mistake as well, but I think it's good for you to be aware of. There's kind of two opposite expressions. It's neither nor or either or. So either, it kind of has a positive connotation. So something can be either black or red, which means it's black or it's red. It's one of the two. And sometimes it can even be both. But in this case, when you're saying it's not black and it's also not red, you can say neither black nor red. So you just remember that N, neither nor. So they kind of match each other. And then either or, you simply take away the N. It's pretty simple, right? And if you have any questions, though, you can definitely let me know in the comment section below. Awesome. Let's move on to the next paragraph. While the true inventor of the modern hairdryer is unknown, American inventor Gabriel Kanzanjian, I do not know how to pronounce this person's name. That's the beauty of, America. We got so many people from all different parts of the world, but, the problem is sometimes you don't know how to pronounce people's names. And I'm American, I grew up there my whole life, and it's still something that happens, so yeah, just don't stress yourself out too much if you don't know how to say this name, because I also don't know how to say it. Anyway, while the true inventor of the modern hairdryer is unknown, American inventor Gabriel, however we say that, was the first person to patent it in 1911. By the 1920s, handheld hairdryers started becoming widely available. Great. So this is a little bit of an easier paragraph, I think. So as we mentioned before, the word to invent means to make something for the first time. So a inventor is simply the person who invents something. So in English, we love to add OR or ER to the end of a verb to say what a person's occupation is. So you can be a writer. That's write plus R or ER. You can be an actor, a person who acts. Act plus OR. We do this all the time in English. So the true inventor, or the real inventor of the modern hairdryer, we still don't know who that person is. So it's unknown. However, this inventor, Gabriel Kanzanjian, was the first person to patent it. So when you patent something, it means you take a design of something that you invented and you present it to the government and you say, I made this and I don't want anyone else to copy it, basically. And in this way, inventors can protect their intellectual property or their ideas and their thoughts. And that way they reserve the exclusive right to sell that product usually on the market. And if someone else wants to use your invention to make something of their own, usually they're going to have to get some kind of license from you. And you can collect some money from that, which, it's pretty sweet for an inventor. There's a lot of debate around this topic, whether it's good or not. But yeah, just basically all you need to know is that a patent is basically just a document presented to the government saying that I invented this and I don't want anyone else to sell it without my permission. Great. So by the 1920s, thanks to this patent, hairdryers started becoming widely available. And so I just underlined this. I think the meaning is pretty clear. But this phrase, widely available, is used all the time in English. So it's a good phrase to kind of just memorize. If something is all over the place, you can say that it's widely available. So for instance, triangle kimbap in Korea is widely available because you can literally buy it at every single convenience store, and there's a convenience store like every 50 meters in this country. So yeah, kimbap is definitely widely available. I would say maybe in the United States, maybe certain snacks like beef jerky are pretty widely available. I don't think I've ever seen it in Korea. So yeah. Okay. In Korea it's not widely available, but in America it definitely is. Interesting. The product became a hit with customers as companies strived to make them lightweight and comfortable to hold. Today's handheld hairdryers have not seen many changes compared to the ones from the 1920s. Great. So this is another set phrase that we use a lot in English, and especially in these episodes about the history of blank, especially if it's some kind of invention. We say that something became a hit all the time. And when we say hit here, we don't literally mean like 때리다, like, hitting somebody on their body. or like smacking them with your hand. For whatever reason, it means that it became really popular. So I'm actually not sure about the etymology or the source of this phrase, but it is literally used all the time in the English language. So it's definitely a good phrase to know, and it's going to make your English sound a lot more natural and fluent. And so the hairdryer became a hit with customers because companies strived or worked hard or put a lot of effort into making them lightweight and comfortable to hold. And because of their efforts in the past, the design has basically remained unchanged since then. Great! Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this lesson today on the history of the hairdryer. And maybe next time you'll think of me in this video tomorrow morning when you're washing and drying your hair. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys again soon. All right, bye!